Hi, on this presentation I'm going to give clear instructions for all those that they wish to attend our service live streaming, which is divided into three different streams. One, the free live streaming, which is based on donations for organizations that you find in our website. The second, the one for non-professionals, where you find the features, the calendar on the website. And finally, the most important one for professionals, which you also find on the website, the different plans. And I'm going to show you here on the website. These are the different plans and the features, the calendar and the prices. So I'm going to start with today we have a new 52-week low in GoPro. This is of immense importance to all of you, to those that they have been following with us this stock since IPO. Not only because this represents a very large profit for all of you, as well as the fact that those that they attended the basic trading course, those that they have been here on live streaming, I have been teaching them since the very beginning, since IPO, how to invest in the stock market, using GoPro as an instrument, and by using GoPro, teaching you a methodology that can be used to trade or to invest in any other stock in the market. Not only GoPro, as I demonstrated during the basic trading course, as well as El Pollo Loco, Sears Holdings and some other picks that I discussed during the basic trading course, the 30 lessons that I published, as well as the advanced trading course and the emotional analysis for professional investors, for traders, for stock market investors in the capital markets. So I'm very happy for the results that we obtained here, where every single day I have been announcing clear guidelines for all of you to profit from this unique opportunity, this reliable stock since IPO. But not only in GoPro, as well as in Twitter, Facebook, many other stocks, including trade calls live in the Forex market, the currency pair, euro-dollar, the ETFs, the power shares, the Qs, teaching you how to invest in the markets according to what you see in the Qs, teaching you that you should not invest in the stock market according to your own beliefs or stock analyst targets or beliefs, but instead looking to learn how to read the market, and by doing so to define an investment plan according to that, and teaching you therefore an entire methodology, and also defining the priorities here, which I consider very important, in the sense that, for example, when you look at GoPro, you realize that you didn't have to trade or to invest in any other stock, or to have a portfolio of 5 or 10 stocks for you to make a vast sum of money in the stock market. So those that they have those common beliefs that it is necessary to diversify in order to decrease risk, or just because you read it on books, I proved here for the past 2 decades that those common beliefs, and this is just an example, they are useless, as well as technical analysis and other tools, as the case of fundamental analysis, which I demonstrated to be useless, for example, with my call, the recent one, in Amazon, buying the stock near $285, which in fact, for those that have been attending this live streaming service, it is a repetition of the call that I already made 1 year ago. So all of you had the opportunity to repeat the same level of profits, not only by investing in Amazon with me at the price that I announced, as well as, and very important then, to capitalize on the short side, and I'm referring to that down wave from 408 all the way down to 291. And some of these calls, even if you don't want to attend the live streaming service, some of these calls, or many of these calls, they have been quite clear on the website of the company, on the blog, where we publish free information. That has been the case, for example, not only with Amazon recently, as well as Yelp, a stock that was a clear strong sell against Wall Street analyst projections. Having said this, I'm going to refer to some important elements that are part of this service. Being one of them, the fact that every single day I announce, every single day obviously I'm referring to, for those that they are in the professional version, that lasts for all day. By attending the professional version, you have your priority to make consistent profits in the market, but if you don't want to trade, nevertheless, you should attend the professional version, even if you are a non-professional, because you have comments during all day. And these comments, I'm referring to, for example, targets for the day, either on the long side or on the short side. And I'm going to exemplify here, because this is the only company, the only service in the world that can exemplify and prove all these calls and the testimonials that you see on the website. For example, you are looking at the website, our pricing page, and here you have the process in Twitter, the Twitter, for example, video on demand, the Twitter for professional, the call made there. So for example, if you attend every single day, we don't have trades every single day, in the sense that if you refer to my call in Twitter, I issue the trade alert to buy the stock or to cover short positions at $35. Okay, so you had to be patient until the point that I saw a price that was the $35 if you wanted to buy Twitter, okay, or if you wanted to cover short positions, as an example. So don't expect here to have day trading or short-term trading every single day, because that is not where the profits are. This is not a service for gamblers. This is a service for serious investors in the stock market. And this is unique in the sense that if you compare to other services, that they are either free, as the case of CNBC, where you see those programs on TV, fast money, recommending you to buy more shares of Alibaba ahead of a crash. Those, my friends, that is your decision where to attend free programs, or as the case of Mad Money on CNBC, other one urging you to buy or to invest in a stock like Mobile Eye at the very top, or SodaStream ahead of other collapse. Those are decisions that you have to make in advance. So here, this is a service for serious investors. This is the source of information. Thereafter, we sell this information to hedge fund managers, to investment banks, or to small investors, even to students, those that they are interested to attend this live streaming service. So to give an example, in Twitter, as I was saying, one of the features included in this service, if you play this video, Twitter for non-professional, you are going to confirm that I made a call here during this video, where I recommend, if you had a long position in Twitter, ahead of earnings, to reduce the size of your long position at $48.40. So Twitter, as you can see today, and is following my call, Twitter, it is trading at $46. So we are going to visualize here Twitter chart. I prefer to make this demonstration of the features included in the service with clear examples that you can obtain on the website, rather than tell you, look, you can do this or that, that is going to, you can infer directly from the calls that they are made live. So everything that we do here, it is done in real time. So for example, the case of Twitter, if I said to reduce the size of the long position at $48.40, today you have Twitter at 46. So if you had, for example, 10,000 shares, you already saved a significant amount of money. If you are an institution or a hedge fund manager, these trade alerts, this real-time information that you receive every single day, not only in Twitter as in GoPro, for example, that today it is at a new 50-week low, where I've been explaining since the very beginning how to invest in GoPro, where you find on the website since the very beginning more than case studies addressing the most important, everything done in real time, addressing the most important pivots, stock pivots on the stock, defining and shaping the history of GoPro since the very beginning. And these ahead of earnings and these after earnings during the process of after hours, pre-market, everything, it was accomplished here. So going back to the case of Twitter as an example, if you are a hedge fund manager and you had, I don't know, a position of 300,000 shares in Twitter, this real-time information that you receive allows you to manage efficiently your portfolio, your capital. And by doing so, your risk in the stock market decreases significantly compared to an investor or someone that is has a position and it is basically investing or trading a stock based on hope. And here we don't do anything based on hope. Here what we do is directly based on a strict rules, the methodology that has been explained here for 20 years. So we didn't start yesterday, we didn't start 1 year ago. All this that you see here, it is more than 20 years. And it has been proven, not the methodology or part of the methodology that can be taught to all of you, but obviously certain things, and I have to be transparent and clear here, there are skills that they are necessary, as for example the case of reading level 2. This is something that I'm not going to teach you, not only because I don't want to, as well because that derives from our competitive advantage. It's the same as telling you, look, this is the source of the algorithm that you can take, and it is the same as saying, look, Apple now gives you all the algorithms, all the designs, and you can take it and you can do whatever you want. Obviously that is stupid. Here is the same. I'm not going to teach one how to read level 2, not only because more than 99% in the world persons they cannot do it, as this is the competitive advantage of the service. So we have this ability to read the stock market, but at the same time to tell you in advance which are the most important tools, which are the most important resources that you can use, and to make use of those tools, that information that is given to you. In the very end, you don't need to know how to read level 2, because you have all this information, the trade alerts, the follow-up comments, which are very important, or in certain cases even more important than the trade alerts per se, to manage efficiently your capital. So going back to the example of GoPro, and to clarify some of you about the advantage of the service or other features included, it has been, as an example, every single day we announce what we call it, the target for the day on the low hand and the target for the day on the high hand. And this information, as I exemplified just now in the case of Twitter with that video that you have the real-time call at $48.40. Gives you a very clear perspective of also that we disclose here the major direction of investment. So we differentiate between what we call the swing trade alerts compared to the short-term trading. So if you are interested in short-term trading, if you are interested in day trading, those alerts that we give, they are also valid. They can be used for even to profit from the opposite direction, as it was the case with Twitter. This, as an example, going back to Twitter, you could have sold short the stock at $48.40, and if you used the stop loss, you were not stopped out. And then, if you, by seeing the stock going down to $46, you make a substantial profit. Okay, this is what we call short-term trading or day trading. Okay, the swing trading, it is a different matter. The swing trading, or a very different subject. The swing trading, in our case, which is the definition of swing trading here, as well as, for example, hedging strategies, those concepts are the definition of these concepts are completely different compared to what you see in the industry. So, as an example, going back to the case of Twitter, the swing trade alert, it was given at $35, as well as the swing trade alert, for example, on the short side, it was given at $56, okay? And you find those calls, once again, on the website here on video. So you have here Twitter video on demand, and then you have Twitter here professional, and you have the calls for you to understand the difference between what is the professional, what is the non-professional, what is short-term trading, and what is swing trading, okay? Going back to GoPro and to continue explaining some of the advantage, the competitive advantage that you have by joining this service. Today I already in fact recorded a video that I recommend you to watch about GoPro, a case study other one that we are publishing. We define the major direction of investment. So one thing, for example, is to trade bonds in the market, as today it is happening, for example, in Yelp, okay? Other is to define the major direction of investment. And to exemplify this, I believe that is one of the best cases, since we have been discussing this talk almost every single day. It is precisely GoPro. So when you go to the website, you notice that there are like 10 or more case studies, and those case studies, all of them, they include the most important stock pivots in GoPro. So this service, this company, and myself, I'm the only person in the world that can prove that call in GoPro that was made at $95 or above, to tell you clearly that you had to sell short the stock at that point going forward, regardless of whether that price was going to be the top or not. This is just to be clear. And then, if you notice on the case studies that they were published from that point forward, you notice that we call at the top in GoPro in every single situation, as well as the bonds. So we call the bonds, for example, at $68 or $66 to $87. We call the bonds later on in December, the 55 or 58, all the way up to $70. And we call all these reversals, or the definition of the trend. So you could have made, obviously, money by short-term trading GoPro on the long side, but the objective in GoPro, as I explained it here since the very beginning, that is to say, going back to the end of this September 2014, it was to bet more than to sell short the stock. It was to bet on the collapse, the crash in GoPro, as in fact I explained already before that in Twitter when I made that call, that is also unique in the world, to sell everything at $73 and then going short the stock. So with these examples of these IPOs, some of them more recent, as the case of GoPro compared to Twitter, we have been following the process since the very beginning. So the process, the bull market process, if you want to have that, if we may use that concept, and then, which I disagree, and then the bear market or the correction or the crash in both these stocks, IPOs, and shaping stock market history, not only in GoPro, as well as in Twitter and so on. So to finalize, I will not like to extend myself too much, to finalize, the value of attending this service, it is obviously if you attend it daily, the more information you acquire, I believe that is obvious to anyone, that you will be able to make a better decision and to define your plan to invest in the stock market, the more information you have. And to have this information, you need to be here every single day because we announce certain things in real time. Okay? So you have the example of the call in Twitter that was made at $35, all right? So then if you want to follow up the process, you have to be here if you want to every single day. Nevertheless, if you visit the website, we give you the opportunity, since there are no subscriptions whatsoever, in the sense that you are not, if you don't want to attend every single day, we give you the opportunity to mix everything. So you can attend the non-professional version, you can attend the professional version, you can mix them, and it is a decision in the end that is fully dependent on the customer. So your objectives, that we don't interfere, whether you are a student or a non-professional or a professional, you have to define the service that fits your objectives, your requirements. And by having this presentation, I believe, quite brief, I explained which is the main competitive advantage for those that they are fund managers, for those that they are students, for those that they are investment banks, to have this service that can drastically reduce, I believe, the risk and your perspective of investing in the stock market, because it is completely different to anything else that you probably have seen so far in your career. And if you have questions about our work, you have the website where we have this showcase, where we have these calls, all of them made in real time, where we have clear ideas, where we announce targets. And to finalize, we have not been here ever considering the profit, since the profit in the stock market is a consequence of a methodology. We have never been here trying to prove anything or to sell anything to anyone. I just give you an example that some people, they don't realize how much they waste in terms of commissions in brokers, and by spending or wasting a huge amount of capital trying to and blowing up entirely capital in positions such as Alibaba. Here, if you attended the service, at least you had information that could have saved your account. So I'm telling you this because I'm aware of horrific stories in Alibaba, in Twitter, in GoPro, people that they lost entirely their accounts. So before you lose your account, you have to do something about it. And do not make something after the fact, after you lose a significant percentage of your capital, because then you are gone, or at least it will be by far more difficult for you to recover. So try to do something since the very beginning, or well in advance. Try to educate yourself, to plan, and not then to react. So you don't go to the doctor, after you are, or when you are dying, but instead you have to adopt a preventive attitude. So this service requires something from you, and the something from you, it is precisely the patience, and that will to change your attitude, because I don't mind you to have arguments or to disagree with our perspective. We are here to share our opinion with you, to try to teach you something about it. But if you disagree, if you have other arguments, or if you have other reasons, for example, if you had a bullish perspective about GoPro, I'm fine with it. That is entirely your responsibility. So I'm here to try to teach you something that I've been acquiring, developed for the past at least 20 years, in fact more, but you can do whatever you want. So in these plans that you find here, these prices are ridiculous compared to the profits that you could obtain here. We have people, non-professional investors, that by trading and investing in this stock according to our methodology, according to the guidance that has been announced here every single day, every single week, we have customers that they paid this service, I believe, for 10 years. 10 years and more. And this in an IPO, looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. We are talking about a return on investment that you cannot obtain elsewhere. So if you cannot make money here, I would say that based on probabilities, your probability of making money elsewhere, it will be drastically lower compared to this service. So invest in your education, have an investment plan, because the information that has been given here, it is the same for everyone, in particular those that they are willing to invest in themselves, in the sense that of being here every single day. If you just wish to attend on a Monday and then to come back next month, obviously you are not going, in my perspective or in my opinion, to have the same return on investment compared to someone that is here, or that it is willing to change, and that is willing or demonstrated a will to invest himself, to change, and he understands or recognizes the importance of having this service behind his own decisions, and in the end, one day he can say, look, I'm free, I have my financial freedom, and I'm free, I don't have to work for anyone else, I can do this myself, or to continue relying on this service that has been here for 20 years, okay? And I believe that is a competitive advantage that we transmit, that we have proven for during our history. So I terminate this presentation today with a new 52-week low in GoPro, and if you have more questions about this, you can visit our website, and by visiting the first web page, you have links to all our service, including the most important one, or the most complete, that is the most exclusive one, that is the collaborative live trading platform that includes live streaming for the entire year, the professional version, but that is exclusive service for a small number of individuals, professionals or non-professionals. And you find here, this is a real testimonial, digitally signed. All testimonials are digitally signed, and if you play the video, you are going to see, regardless of the testimonial, which in fact I would not like to have it here on the website, since no one should make a decision based on testimonials or reviews, because what someone, John or Papa Jake, is going to do, it does not mean that you are going to do, okay? So to be clear, if you play the video since the very beginning, you are going to find something that is unique, and this is valid in all of my case studies. You will not find anyone in the world, including any company, including those that they claim to be the #1 companies or the leading companies in this world in the investment funds. You are not going to find this call anywhere except here. And this to say what? That we are the source of the information. So if you want to go to the source of the information, this is where you have the source of the information. So why to go to the third party or to rely on a third party, on a sales team that is, then probably it is going to drink from the source. I don't understand. All right? Or information that is given to you or to the public, as it was recently demonstrated in the case of Alibaba, recommending one to buy a stock ahead of a crash. So the decision is yours, and I once again thank you for attending this brief presentation about the features or what is included in the service. Thank you.